The National Association of Childcare Workers employs Tim Wigley to teach single mothers, amongst others, how to grow food using permaculture in order to feed themselves and their families. Although based in the Eastern Cape, Tim recently visited the Eshowe area.
Going on and all about nutrition and stuff like that. Now the group and they also have a youth program, so most of these folk are young mothers and they've asked to help them grow food for their children. They're only using the centre as a training space. The idea is that they would make gardens like this at home. Yeah. And they're doing it all over, mainly in the Eastern Cape. It's only the second time I've come up to KZN. It's a bit hard for me because I don't really speak Zulu anymore. So. But anyhow, they asked me to come in. And the folk here are much better. The education in KZN seems better than Eastern Cape because folk get by in English quite well. I think you wouldn't find the case and be able to work with it. You have to speak in course if you're working in the Eastern Cape. So anyhow, basically it's helping people to show them that you can work with nature and produce food if you get into balance with the natural cycles. You look at the water cycle and how do you can. And we've broken that with modern farming. We're creating it. And it's quite lucky because the Expanded Works program is using a bit of land to make a garden. And you can look at that and see how out of step that is with what the soil actually requires. The soil requires to be covered with a diversity of plants to maintain the life in the soil. And when you have that, you've got a surface that will absorb and retain moisture. Whereas what we do is we just bare the ground, we kill off all the microorganisms. You'll get a crop for a couple of years on the dead bodies of those microorganisms, but that soil is in decline and it's not able to hold any water. So we've dug the swale, which is exactly on contour, and it's very simple. It's leaning against the wall over there. Just make it an A-frame with some sticks, and you can mark out the contour quite precisely. You peg it out, and you dig a furrow. 100% of the rain that goes on, it's all going into the soil. And then to maintain that life in the soil, you have to have diversity of plants. So we don't just put one crop. You can see there's onions, there's beetroot, there's lettuce, there's pawpaws, there's green peppers, there's cabbage, there's a whole variety of stuff. And that's not going to all be at one time. So as one thing's harvested, they put something else. So there's continuous plant cover from now on. They'll never dig this bed up again. They'll just continuously have something growing in it. And that feeds the microorganisms. Because in an ecosystem, plants aren't fed, in a natural ecosystem, plants aren't fed by the soil. They don't draw nutrients directly from the soil like they do on our farms. They are fed by microorganisms. These little guys go around, they break down organic matter, they extract minerals, and they carry it to the plant roots. And the plant roots exude a sugar-like substance that feeds, so there's exchange going on at root level. Diversity is the key, in having living soil, because different organisms relate to different plants. So the more different plants you've got, the more organisms you've got. And if you simplify it down to one crop, like here in this case it's spinach, only those that relate to spinach are getting fed by the... So these things are really flourishing now initially because they're living off the dead bodies of the others that are dying off. They're getting sterilized by sunlight for a start. Sunlight kills microorganisms. And secondly, they're getting starved because there's no plants to feed them. And you'll get a collapse in the colony that feeds the spinach as well because they have relationships with the others. And when they're missing, they disappear as well. So eventually you'll have between 0 and 3. Where in a healthy system you get up to 6 million microorganisms in a cubic centimetre. In 2 or 3 years of these conditions you'll have between 0 and 3. That's the order of loss that we have when we don't have loss. You'll only get insects on plants that are stressed, because the function of insects is to remove something that's beyond its successional status. So if a thing is stressed and not coping with those conditions, nature wants to remove it to have something more efficient in its place. So if you see insects on plants, you know that there's something missing. And that's what our difference is. We will look for what's missing to give that plant the optimum conditions it needs to thrive.